It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Throwing now is Daniels. A pass complete to Odunze.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Here's Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
To the air goes Daniels.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Now Daniels.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
To throw is Daniels. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rashee Rice
from 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Prescott from the gun.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And Thomas has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. To the air again, Prescott.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards that time.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Back to the ground, Achane.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Cowboys!
From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is now 17-3.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They go play action. Daniels.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Taking it about the 16.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Prescott.
A shot downfield for Burks.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Prescott being chased out left.
Cameron Thomas
In there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. A give to the fullback on the dive. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
So part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Daniels.
That'll be caught by Rice. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Daniels looking to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw is Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. Mike Evans, a touchdown catch in the victory. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Up the middle, Achane.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still 1st down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Again, it's Achane.
They juked him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run. Achane.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Achane is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. That makes our score now 22-10. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Cowboys offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To throw is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
That one caught by Rice.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Shoves him aside.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Daniels from the gun on third down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
To the air goes Daniels.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Prescott down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Prescott to throw it.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Here's a give up the middle.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Now Daniels. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Daniels toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. 11 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season. He's got his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Prescott. And Thomas has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason.